May I introduce Miss Sarah Jane Smith?
Welcome to About Time, a Doctor Who podcast. I'm Stephen, and I've been a Doctor Who fan since 2005.
And I'm Ben, and I've never seen the show before.
For years now, I've been trying to convince Ben to give it a go.
And my answer has always been no.
But now, finally, he's agreed not only to watch it with me, but to do a podcast about it as well. And quite frankly, it's about time. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to our first evening recording session.
Yeah, you wanted to say
Not that it affects you, dear listeners.
No.
But yeah, normally we do it sort of Saturday lunchtime after we've done our weekly shop.
Yeah.
And yeah, today, because we're trying to squeeze a few episodes in before our big move.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm okay. How are you?
Yeah, okay. Just stressed about the move.
Oh yeah, I'm very stressed.
Yeah, it's kind of all consuming, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's like a list as long as my elbow.
Yeah. Because of the nature of the way things have turned out, It's not like a standard thing like we knew we were going to be moving out. It's sort of come out of the blue a little bit, so...
Yeah, and it's like, I was talking to someone at work today, and I was basically saying, I work Friday, I move Saturday, and I work Sunday.
Yeah.
So it's like a bit intense for me.
Yeah, it's going to be intense. Yeah, but it'll be worth it to get away from this damp-infested shithole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
The
reason we're all here,
the
reason we're both here, and you, dear listener, are listening. Why do I keep saying dear listener?
Like I don't know. Sound like Lemon and Stickit if you're doing a podcast.
Russell T Davies used to always say on the commentaries, he always just say, hello, faithful viewer.
Is he Welsh?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, that's why he loves Cardiff.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand now.
Yeah. I'm glad my accent was good enough that you knew I was trying to do Welsh. Yes, so we're here because we've just watched episode 3 of series 2, School Reunion. It's
god awful.
Okay, not one of your faves then.
Absolutely not.
Fair enough. I know exactly what you mean.
The pacing's off. The graphics are off. It feels like we've stepped back. This is what I would have expected in a season 1.
Yeah.
Like, not season 2 where the show has supposedly found its feet.
Yeah.
At this point, people are watching drivel.
So this whole process of this podcast is so weird and interesting for me because when we're sitting and watching these episodes together, I'm now watching it in 2 frames of mind.
Yeah.
I'm watching it with my nostalgic love.
Yeah.
But I've also got this head on of like, I'm trying to see it through your eyes and saying you've never seen anything like this before. It's brand new to you. And I can totally understand why you would think that. What
a fantastic actor to get, Anthony Head, and you give him that shit script.
Oh yeah.
Like, what a fucking waste.
You didn't like his character then?
No, it was a waste. It felt like he was phoning it in. I don't think the script was very good.
You didn't think he was given enough to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All this mime hissing, I was like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. I can understand it. Do you know what? When I went through a phase when I was about, 14 or whatever. If you'd asked me what is my favourite episode of Doctor Who.
Do not say that, school.
We went through a phase where I said this was my favourite.
Really?
I do not know why.
Ugh.
I do not know why. It's probably because it's set in a school and that's kind of relatable to a teenager. And it's like, oh, imagine if the doctor came to teach physics at your school. Like, I thought that would be exciting.
It's a bit naff, Stephen.
What?
All those leather monkeys.
The leather monkeys?
Yes.
Okay, is that going to be our title? Leather monkeys.
But they just look like leathery prunes with wings.
Yeah, but that's what they were meant to look like.
Actually, no, I'll tell you what they did look like.
Yeah.
Turds with wings. Because they're so smooth.
Yeah, no, I will agree the CGI is not great.
No. Absolutely shy. And I had all the way through the episode, I was like, yeah, they paid for him. That's why he's not got any CGI. They paid
Anthony Head, yeah. You pay for him, you want him. Not
CGI.
But do you know what I find funny? You know that teacher, the one who Kenny saw as a bat and then he grows up and turned back into his human form. and he was like, "This is not your classroom, Kenny."
Yeah.
He's so extra in that whole, that whole chase sequence towards the end.
Yeah.
When they transform from Krillitanes back into human form, and he's like stalking like some camp vampire like down the corridor.
Yeah.
It's like a dancer. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here
It's
we
not
go.
like they didn't know what to do with their arms. Like,
Yes.
these are supposed to be wings, and then they're
Yes.
like, I don't know. Anywho,
But it's nice to see Anthony Head because
we are Buffy fans.
we love him in Buffy.
Well, Stephen's a bigger Buffy fan than I
We're
am.
Buffy fans.
We are Buffy fans.
You've only seen it once, but
Yeah, you...
you still call yourself a fan.
It took us ages to do it, though. We watched it all.
I think, considering how much of it there is, I think we yeah,
Watch out. When this series ends, we'll start a Buffy one.
I'd love that. That'd be amazing. Start
But yeah.
workshopping names for the podcast now. What did you think about? Do you not agree that like if David Tennant's doctor just came into school and was your physics teacher, like that would be so cool?
No.
Why?
I want to learn something.
He could teach.
No, he couldn't.
We didn't see much of the lesson. I mean, sure, it was a strange way to open a lesson. Just let's start quizzing one boy who's clever.
He was only clever because of the chips.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, but yeah.
No, he would not be able to teach. He would not be able to teach.
Why?
He does not have the capacity to teach. If he was able to teach, he would have taught Rose to do something other than just sit there and look pretty.
She does plenty.
No, she doesn't.
She does plenty other than sit there and look pretty. She does a lot more than any of the old classic companions used to do.
So Jane just looks there posing. Ooh, Doctor, what you doing? Canine!
The joke of the classic companion is, or assistant as they used to be called, was that they were literally there to be a body for the Doctor to explain things to for the audience. And they would ask questions like, "Oh, why is it flashing, Doctor?"
That sounds like a really boring TV show.
So with the new series, they they're giving them more active roles. So you didn't like the Doctor as a teacher?
No, absolutely not. He's not got he's not built for it.
No,
he can't explain things properly.
Yeah, I do know that. Putting my adult head on, but I'm thinking as a child.
But you wouldn't know he's the Doctor anyway.
Oh, stop ruining my fantasy of David Tennant coming in and teaching me a few things.
I think this fantasy is just Stephen is lusting over David Tennant.
Well, I've never really found him like that attractive, but I just think he's cool.
Oh, you just want to be his friend.
Yeah, I don't know. I do love that. The way he started the lesson was like, physics. And it's like, I hope one of you's getting all this down. It's funny. We used that, me and my friend, we had to do a presentation in physics on, I can't remember what it was on, but I just cut out that clip of David Tennant saying physics over and over again and put it at the start of our presentation. Our teacher thought it was hilarious. Well, that's how I remember it. Maybe.
Yes, that's how you remember it. Oh my God, Stephen.
I was an insufferable teenager.
You were... Nothing's changed.
Excuse me?
Yeah, nothing's changed.
What do you mean nothing's changed? What I said I was insufferable and you just said nothing's changed.
Yeah, when you're really into something, it's a bit insufferable.
Yeah, I do. I'm extra.
You're obsessive.
I'm obsessive. Yeah.
You're obsessive, you're extra, you go into minute detail.
Yes. Draw your own conclusions, folks. Speaking of school, when I was at school, the other thing, me and my friend who were obsessed with Doctor Who, when the kids were all working on the computers and that green cube and all the text and stuff, that you could download that video from the BBC website, like as a video file.
Like a screensaver.
Well, it was just a video file, but you could do whatever with it.
Oh.
And we were like, oh my God, imagine if we could put that on every computer in the LRC. It would look like Doctor Who. And then we asked the librarian and she was like, no, don't be so ridiculous.
You did it anyway.
No, but then on our this is like the best thing. Because this was when this episode came out when we were about 13, 14 in year 9. When we finally left the school at the end of sixth form at the age of 18, it was our very, very last day, and we were like, can we do it? And she said, oh, go on then. So she let us do it because there's this software that she had for the network where you could basically just mirror one screen on every screen in the whole thing. So we put it on that computer and then mirrored it on the whole thing and took a picture just for shits and giggles.
Okay, that took 10 minutes to explain.
I'm sorry, I'm just reliving my...
Well, I got several things to say about this. LRC? Call it a computer room.
No, it was the library. It was the Learning Resources Centre.
Oh, call it a library.
Every school calls it an LRC.
No, we called it the library at my school.
Well, many schools call it an LRC.
There was like 10 computers in it, that's it.
The school I work at now calls it an LRC, and there's only one
Well.
computer in it.
Who cares? And I have other things, Stephen.
Okay.
At the end of sixth form, most people do other things to prank the school.
Oh, I know. This was the nerdiest and like most pathetic.
Yeah.
thing.
I didn't do anything. It wasn't pranking's not in my wheelhouse. I don't enjoy it.
No. Neither
But the
do I.
one thing that people did at my school was that all the boys took all the clocks throughout the whole school
All right.
and photocopied this clock at home time and pinned it all up in every
Oh
classroom.
my God. That's quite funny.
And teacher was like, "Where's the clock? I need to know the time."
Okay. That's quite funny in a way.
Yeah. Back to the podcast.
Back to the episode. Rose was a dinner lady.
Ugh.
A bit funny in a way, like they have to infiltrate the school and they're like, well, the doctor can pose as a teacher because he's super clever.
Yeah.
What can Rose do? Oh, she just has to be a dinner lady.
She could be a librarian.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not dissing dinner ladies because they do a great job.
Yeah.
They do a very important
Yeah,
job.
no, yeah.
Although she didn't look very happy with it,
No,
with the
she
situation.
And she was eating so many chips.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really didn't like this episode. Didn't like the setup of this episode. I've discovered today, I don't like episodes where Doctor Who just jumps into a storyline or a world. And we're back in fucking UK. It's like, how many countries in the world are there? Like, and how many planets are in the world? In the planet, in the thingy, in the place.
Universe?
That's the one. It's been a long day, folks.
Yeah.
I'm like, can we go somewhere else, please?
I know.
Like, it's just like Earth-centric. And
Yeah.
I'm like, literally, he can go anywhere.
I know. There were things in this episode that were very of its time. Like, it felt very 2006
Oh, yeah.
to me. Like, obviously, like, the style of, like, everyone's hair and stuff. But
Style of their clothing.
also when the doctor said about, oh, I thought this place would be, like, happy slapping hoodies with Asbos and ringtones.
Yeah.
That's, like, piling as many sort of youth culture things from 2006
Yeah.
into one sentence that you could. Remember happy slapping?
Oh.
Just remind me exactly what it was. Wasn't it something to do with filming
Filming and
someone being hit?
And just slapping them.
Yeah. And wasn't it in the news?
Like hitting them, yeah.
Because it was dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hoodies we know about.
Yeah, hoodies are still a problem.
Um,
They're not a problem. I think they're misunderstood a lot of the time.
Are you talking about the actual clothing or are you talking about people wearing them up? Like,
People wearing them. The only thing that I personally don't agree with is wearing a hood up inside. You should
Like if you
your
go into a
hat-
shop?
Yeah, you should take your sunglasses off when you go into a shop or a house, and you should take your hood down, and you should take your hat off. Maybe not a hat off in the shop, but I definitely think you should take your hood off in the shop.
Well, William Hanson, the UK's leading etiquette expert, would agree, I'm sure. ASBO's, that was antisocial behaviour order, wasn't it? Was that, obviously it must have been the Labour government introduced that. Again, I was quite young then, like, to really know what it was all about, but I do remember hearing about ASBO's a lot.
Yeah. I come from a council state, so...
Did you get an ASBO?
No, I didn't.
Did your brother get an ASBO?
No, he didn't.
Did he come close to getting an ASBO?
No.
Oh. Did he have a friend?
No one in my...
Did he have a friend who got an ASBO?
No one in my council estate. None of my immediate friends in my council estate got anything like that.
Okay.
There was a really bad drunk man. He got one.
Oh, right.
He was like really like scary actually.
Okay. What did he do?
Come out running with a knife.
Oh, my God.
Threatening to cut people. But you get that everywhere though. You can get it you can get it in the nicest of places.
Yeah, exactly.
It happens a lot more in poorer areas, but it can happen anywhere.
No one has a ringtone anymore. Everyone has their phone on silent, pretty much.
I have my phone on silent.
Or,
much
I mean,
every day.
I if I have my phone on loud, it's on the iPhone, one of the iPhone
Yeah.
things. People back in this time, people could like remember people used to pay.
Crazy Frog.
Crazy Frog, but people used to pay to
Yeah.
download
Crazy Frog with 3
ringtones. It was like the cool thing to do.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think that now, isn't it? Yeah.
Love it.
Did you ever have
my
it?
childhood. Yeah.
You got it on your phone?
We were cheeky. My brother brought it and then he sent it to me.
Oh, how cheeky.
So so he brought it for me.
Mm.
No, he brought it for himself and he sent it.
Oh,
So we only had to pay once.
yeah.
And then like you could like some I think some songs were locked or
Yeah, yeah.
whatever.
Anyone listening to this who wasn't like around then?
Do you remember sending things via infrared?
Oh no, I never did that.
Well, I had a phone that had an infrared thing, and you could send things via infrared.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Was it like Bluetooth?
yeah, but you had to. The little sensors had to be close to each other.
Oh, no, I don't remember that at all.
Do you remember wireless Pokemon battling?
What, on like Game Boys?
Yeah, Game Boy, and you got this little device that sat on top of your Game Boy, and then you could wirelessly battle.
Yeah, well, I didn't have any friends to do that with, so.
You could have. Could have gone down to the local library and got some friends.
You make it sound like it's a shop. You just go down there and
No.
oh, I'd like a friend, please.
Oh my god, one of the kids looked like our friend.
Is that because the voice I just did also reminded you?
Yes!
I'm sorry, Michael, if you're listening.
You look like Milo.
Milo.
Can we see a picture of you at like 8 years old?
I
No,
didn't
not
think it was
8 years,
8.
like
It was
year
secondary
8.
school, yeah. What else?
So this was written by John somebody or other. Josh?
Toby.
Toby. Oh my
Toby
God, I'm
Whithouse.
Way off. Does he write more?
He does.
Is he an established writer?
I don't know, to be honest. Oh, I'll tell you something he wrote. He was the showrunner of a certain show that I tried to get you to watch.
Oh my god, do I hate it?
Yes.
What is it?
Being Human.
Ugh.
I love that show. I tried to get you to watch it.
Absolutely. I watched a couple of episodes and I just could not get on with it.
Yeah.
He has a very weird writing style for me.
Well,
We do not gel.
fair enough. I guess, yeah. He's not
We
for
do
everyone.
not gel. No. But we can all agree that Adrian Turner is very attractive.
Adrian Turner. You mean Aidan Turner?
Oh yeah, Adrian, sorry. Adrian Turner and Russell Tovey.
I prefer Russell Tovey out of the
If
two.
they were in this episode, we all know who would have got Hottie of the Week.
Yeah, but we all know Russell Tovey's coming up in a few seasons.
Yeah.
There aren't really any candidates for Hottie of the Week this week, are there?
Oh no, I like the teacher.
Which one? The one I mentioned earlier when I
Yeah.
said about Kenny. Yeah.
He's
You thought he was attractive?
Enigmatic.
What? Enigmatic?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know. He had a charm to him. I liked it.
Yeah. I just thought he was camp and extra, and it was hilarious.
Yeah. How old is Sarah Jane supposed to be?
How old is Sarah Jane supposed to be? Well, let's see. She was traveling with the Doctor in the 1970s.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a young journalist.
Like 20?
Yeah.
So this is what, like 70 to 2000 is 30? No. No? I don't know.
So this would have been 35 years later. So in her 50s, late 50s
Okay.
or 60s. But in terms of the actress, Elizabeth Sladen was born in 1946. So she would have been 60 when they filmed this.
Oh, okay.
So let's talk about Sarah Jane since we're here.
Sarah Jane.
Sarah Jane is
Okay.
the archetypal classic companion. She is the one, like the mums and dads of our generation.
Yeah.
So when we were watching this, the mums and dads remembered Sarah Jane as like, oh, she was the one. To Rose is to us, Sarah Jane was to them.
Oh.
And Elizabeth Sladen was wonderful and lovely. And
Do you enjoy her episodes?
of what?
From the 70s?
Of the classic. She's quite different in the classics. I think she is good. She's really good. But she is a little bit screamy and a little bit bolshy about some things.
Yeah.
Whereas when she's obviously, she's come back in this episode, and then we will discuss.
She's
obviously,
matured.
she's got a spin-off. She she's matured and she's a much more rounded character. But yeah, she's, as I mentioned. Well, you think you remembered it, me talking to you about it before, and you brought it up in the episode. But very sadly, she passed away in 2011.
Yeah.
Cancer.
Yeah.
Which was, I think, she'd kept it hidden from most people.
Was she in the middle of filming?
Yeah, they were in the middle of, I think it was series 5 of the Sarah Jane Adventures. They took a break from filming because she was getting iller. And she needed time to sort of try and recover. And she never did, sadly. Yeah, so it's very sad. I remember when the news came out and I was shocked and everyone was shocked. Yeah.
So this Sarah Jane Adventure thing...
The spin-off, yeah.
It's a children's show.
It's a children's TV show, yeah. CBBC.
And it was, her taking children on... scientific adventures and like discovering aliens in the school and
in a way, yeah, it's kind of
Doctor Who meets Demon Headmaster.
Well, it's not all set in schools.
Oh, okay.
But it, yeah, basically she befriends a group of kids like no, that's that sounds really dodgy.
It does.
Well, we're gonna watch the pilot of it as part of the podcast.
No, we're not.
We've talked about this before.
How, who, what?
I'm not making you watch the whole show because it is a kids' show and you don't think you'll like it. But I think we need to watch at least an episode, and there's a one standalone pilot which makes sense for us to watch so that you understand that part of the Doctor Who universe.
Stephen likes to spring these on me.
Huh?
I said Stephen likes to spring these on me.
We've definitely talked about this before. You must have zoned out when I mentioned it before. But yeah, you'll find out. But basically, she goes about her investigating of unusual things and unwillingly allows these kids in who happen to be stumble in and get involved.
Does K9 make an appearance?
That's an interesting question because they wanted him to.
Because she owns him.
She owns him, but there's some complicated rights issues with K9 because the person who created the character owns the rights, and he wanted to create his own show based on K9.
Oh.
So K9 wasn't allowed to be a major character in Sarah Jane Adventures. He does have cameos, but it's very limited.
Boo.
Yeah, I know.
My favourite part of this
Did
episode.
you like K9?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't he wonderful?
Affirmative. Master. Affirmative.
It's the same voice actor who did him back in the day as well.
Oh.
John Leeson.
John Leeson. Affirmative.
You sound more like Yoda.
Oh. John Leeson.
It's Yoda. You sound like
John Leeson.
Will from The Inbetweeners doing a Yoda impression.
Leeson. Tin Dog, we are in a car.
Let me try. We are in a car.
We are in a car.
Maximum defense mode. Suggest you engage running mode, mistress.
I don't think he went maximum defense mode.
He did. I'll play it for you again later.
No, you won't play it for me again. I've watched it once. I don't need to watch it again.
Once is enough.
Yes, this show is once is enough.
So I think my dream of converting you into a Doctor Who fan is not going to happen.
Whittling away.
Yeah.
Dissolving in a vat of acid that is season 2.
A vat of krillitane oil.
Yeah.
So you did you think K9 was, because I know you love dogs anyway.
Yeah, I love dogs.
And then when K9 was like wagging his tail and stuff, you were like, "Aw,
I love it."
Yeah.
The little waggly pooch.
He is cute, the tin dog.
The silver little waggly pooch.
Did you like how the Doctor was like so affectionate with him as well?
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, what's the nasty lady done to you?"
No. I do think their reunion storyline was a bit like squashed in this episode. And why I don't understand why this Toby whatever
Whithouse.
Yeah, was given such a pivotal moment.
I
do think Russell could have done a better job.
Maybe. Probably.
With the tone and the
yeah, but you've got to remember Russell pretty much guides the whole thing. He gives Toby Whithouse all the elements that he wants in it, and then Toby Whithouse writes it, and then Russell edits it and rewrites it. So, probably like a good chunk of it actually is Russell.
Or asks him to rewrite it.
No, Russell does it. Russell would make his own revisions,
Oh.
I believe.
If we're wrong, please let us know.
Yeah.
And Stephen will cry in a corner. I was wrong. I have researched Doctor Who so much, and I was wrong. My whole life is Doctor Who, and
You're a bit mean, aren't you?
beep, beep, beep.
You're being a bit mean today.
No, it's called being hilarious.
It's called being mean.
It's called being funny.
It's called being mean.
It's called this episode ranks at the bottom of the bottom.
Is it the worst one you've ever seen?
Yeah, I hate this episode.
Worse than Aliens
If
of
I
London?
Yes, I would watch Aliens versus London over this.
Aliens versus London.
I would watch that over this any day.
Okay, fair enough. But there's no K9 in Aliens of London.
Yeah, K9, small, tiny, minuscule part in this.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Oh.
For the slog of the beginning.
Okay.
Poor Rose dressed in plastic polyester. Ugh. Get too close to a fire, she'll melt.
Yeah.
Why was she wearing a bin bag around like her waist, like a plastic? Oh my god, that's the thing nowadays, isn't it? Plastic aprons.
Yeah.
Just get an apron that you can wash, love. Save the planet. Get rid of the plastic.
Yeah, so Sarah Jane and Rose were having a bit of a cat fight near the
I
beginning.
was waiting for a slap.
Really?
Good slap. Good. Nice
Who?
backhander. Give her a nice backhand.
All right, thank you.
If anyone gets that reference, it's Catherine Tate. I'm not being derogative. Maybe Stephen should cut that.
No, it's funny. It's an obscure Catherine Tate reference.
It's the Catherine Tate reference.
Wasn't it like it was only in like one episode or like a couple of episodes or something?
Yeah, she was in a taxi. Then in a restaurant. Anyhow,
Swift backhand.
It's Catherine Tate's character.
Well, maybe because she's a companion. Maybe that's what she'll say.
Maybe. Or maybe she'll say, "I'm bothered." To a Dalek.
Do you know? Sorry, completely off tangent. But when it was revealed that she was going to be the companion, all the press were like, "Oh, that's what she's going to be like. She's going to be saying, am I bothered?' to the Daleks and stuff like that."
No.
But yeah,
No, she's not.
have a bit of faith. Yeah. So Sarah Jane and Rose, bitch.
Bitch, slap.
I'm not a fan of that. I find it a bit. I can understand it because the emotional, like Sarah Jane's probably shocked that she's run into the Doctor again, and she's got a lot of emotional baggage, like with being left behind.
Yeah, like she is obviously in love with him.
Yeah, I think that's debatable, but that's how you read it.
Oh no, it's non-debatable for me.
Okay.
Because the way she looks at him, the way she talks to him, the tone of her voice.
Yeah.
Like
that bit when she says about, oh, there was one guy I travelled with him for a bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, no, she's utterly... And there's never been anyone else. No, she's in love with
Yeah,
him.
but when she met the Doctor, he was an old man with white curly hair. And she was like 20-something.
That hasn't stopped a lot of people, Stephen.
True. Okay. Sorry.
And like, he's young of spirit.
Yeah.
And it's very different. Did he not regenerate with her?
Yeah, she was with two Doctors. He regenerated into Tom Baker and she stayed with him.
And who was it? Was he young?
Younger than previously, but...
Yeah, so that's fine then.
I don't know.
He's a weird kettle of fish.
He is a weird kettle of fish.
But no, yeah, she's totally in love with him, totally enamored with him.
Yeah.
And like when she saw him, I think she thought, oh my god, I could join him again. I could.
She sees he's David Tennant and she's like, oh my god, he's actually hot now.
Yeah, he's attractive.
And she's jealous that Rose gets to travel with the hot Doctor.
Yeah. But the thing is that I don't think Rose should have acted the way, like there's no confirmation about any relationship. You have a friendship that you are allowing. Do you think the Doctor and her are together? Do you think they're
I think they're 90% together but can't quite admit it.
Mm-hmm.
There was that bit, did you notice when he said, but you will age and I don't, I regenerate. He said,
decay.
You can spend the rest of your life with me, but I can't spend the rest of my life with you. And then he said, imagine that watching that happen to someone you, and then he couldn't finish the sentence.
Yeah.
Someone you what?
I'm sorry, but the Doctor and Rose are shacking up in the TARDIS.
Quite probably.
And the Doctor probably has two penises.
Why?
Because he has two hearts.
But he doesn't have two noses or...
But he has two of the important things.
What would be the point of having two penises?
I could tell you, but it's funny, but it's too dirty.
Oh my god! Now I've asked that out loud. I'm thinking, okay, yeah.
Maybe he has a ginormous dong.
Well, apparently, Billy Piper used to nickname him David 10-inch.
Do you have a 10-inch penis?
What?
Do you have a 10-inch penis?
I don't know, but she used to call him that as a joke.
Oh, God. Did they do it?
I don't know, probably not. Anyway.
What was I talking about? Yeah, they're totally shacking up
Yeah.
in the TARDIS of love. The Doctor is a heartbreaker.
He is.
Dr. Heartbreaker.
Yeah. But when he
I wouldn't
said...
call him Heartthrob, Heartbreaker.
Yeah. You know when she said to him, is that what you do? You just get tired and leave us behind one day?
Mm.
And he said... He looked really genuine and he said, no, not to you.
Yeah.
Did he mean that, do you think?
I think Rose is going to get to a point where she can't cope.
Mm.
And she's going to have to bow politely out. And she does it in a nice way. And she says to him, it's been fun. Would never change it for the world. But I'm tired.
Mm.
And I think she's tired as well of this will they, won't they fucking crap. My God. Let's just stick with won't they. No, let's just stick with they won't.
Okay.
Because literally, I just can't deal with this. I think they added it in because they had, like, Thingy and Thingy had sexual chemistry.
What, Christopher Eccleston?
Yeah.
Well, no, but it was clearly written that way. Like,
Rose gets about.
what are you saying?
Mickey.
Yeah.
Then she had some beau who got a thing in his head, like a vagina in his head. It's like the thing that click, click, click.
Yes, I
vagina
know what you
opening.
mean.
Brain on display.
She had a bit of a flirt with Captain Jack.
Captain Jack. Then she was back onto the Doctor.
Yeah.
And then she was back on the Captain Jack. Then they had a threesome.
Oh my God, that's the cut scene you didn't see.
Then the Doctor and Jack had their own little side tension relief.
Okay, what? Okay, this is the last time we're doing an evening record.
I am writing a fanfiction in my head right now.
Yeah, I can say you're writing it out loud.
If you want me to write it out loud, I will.
No, please don't. We'll save that for a bonus episode. So we were talking about Rose and Sarah Jane being bitchy.
Yeah. I went on a massive tangent.
Yeah, it did go on a massive tangent. I loved. I do love the scene where they are working together and they start off being really horrible and bitchy, and then they end up laughing about the Doctor. Did you not think that's a nice scene?
It was nice because it was genuine laughter.
Yes.
It looked like genuine laughter.
Yes.
You can always tell when Billy is laughing and smiling genuinely.
Yes.
Like she's the type of person to smile, twinkles her eyes.
Yeah, she does that really well.
And it's just that, and she's got a enormous mouth.
I know she does.
She gives Dawn French a run for her money.
Yeah, we.
Dawn French has a way of moving her mouth. You'll never unsee it now I've said it.
Excuse me, I was the one that told you first.
And if you just see the way she over-exaggerates her lips.
Yes. Oh, Alice. Yeah.
And when she says chocolate.
Yeah.
I'm going in.
Yeah,
that was good.
That wasn't bad, actually, yeah. Speaking of things you'll never unsee, Angela Lansbury, if you watch, particularly in Murder, She Wrote, watch how she moves her head. She is unable to say, bless her, God rest her soul, but she was unable to say any line without waggling her head from side to side in some strange movement.
She's got the...
Honestly, watch it. She does some very strange head choreography.
Was she head choreography?
Yeah.
RuPaul's next episode. You're gonna do your main task, your main stage mission is head choreography.
I think that would mean...
move only your head.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought that would mean something a bit different in Drag Race.
Oh, yeah, probably.
How's your head?
Is Angela Lansbury been a companion?
No, that would have been good if she'd been in Doctor Who.
If she was young, she'd be a good Doctor. Play it almost like Lolly.
I was just going to say that. That's our favourite line from Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Lolly.
And she keep your health.
Yeah. Anyway, we're such a tangent episode today.
Yeah.
Rose and Sarah Jane kind of did quite a quick fire battle of who's seen the most interesting aliens and stuff.
Yeah, and none of them mentioned Cybermen.
No.
Rude.
Well, they're coming up.
Next episode.
Not the next one.
The next episode after that.
Yes. Maybe. Yeah, did you know Sarah Jane said she saw the Loch Ness Monster?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did she?
Yes, well, she saw the thing that inspired the Loch Ness Monster.
I'm sorry, me and Stephen, last April,
Yeah.
we went, oh my God, it's been nearly a year that
Oh,
we went to
yeah.
Scotland.
Wow.
We went to Scotland,
Yes,
and
we went to-
travelled went to Edinburgh, and then we
Yeah.
travelled all the way up to Inverness, and went to Loch Ness. And we went, because we are sad, and people were like, oh, go all to these fancy places. We went to the Loch Ness Discovery Centre, right next door, didn't we?
Yes.
And it was amazing. It was really nice and really fun and really interactive. But I will say the Loch Ness Monster does not exist.
Yeah, sorry to break it to you.
No. They think it could have been like a plesiosaurus?
Plesiosaur.
A plesiosaur, but there's not enough food in the lake
Yeah.
to sustain an animal of that size. So it's soz.
Yeah, sorry to break it to you. It doesn't exist,
Yeah.
we think. One of my favorite little throwaway lines in this is, you know, when K9 was shooting the Krillitanes,
Yeah.
and Anthony Head just said, "Forget the shooty dog thing."
Good that he can pronunciate.
Yes,
Could have been forget the shitty dog.
the shitty dog thing. And you know, that girl that was like, "Did you have something to do with it?" And he was like, "Yeah, I did." And she goes, "Oh my God, Kenny blew up the school! Kenny blew up the school!"
She was the girl who said,
Break time's finished early, isn't it fantastic?
"No, love, it's not.
I
I haven't even finished my sandwich."
hate to rehash something that I heard in another podcast,
Yeah.
but I was listening to Come Along Pond, and when they did this episode, and they what they said is absolutely true. That girl has big theatre kid energy, like Stagecoach, like.
I was one of 1,000 girls that were offered the
Little bit like,
audition for the role, and I got it.
A little bit like Emma Watson in the first Harry. Oh shit!
Stephen owes me £1.
I don't owe you £1. I put in £1 in the jar.
Yes, and I will get you a jar.
Okay.
A lovely jar.
Okay. So, how has our TARDIS team been left at the end of this episode?
It makes me not want to watch the next episode. I fucking hate him.
A certain person has joined.
I really do not like the character. Get off my screen. You're annoying. You want to know why the Doctor puts you in a car? Because you're useless.
Yeah.
Because you can't be trusted. You squeal like a frozen rat. Literally, Mickey. You're not gonna do very well if you have to. Oh, I just really don't like his character.
No,
He's snivelly.
I don't think he's very well suited to travelling.
No, he's not, and I don't think he's right to be a companion.
No,
and like it's gonna be torturous.
and it's gonna
next
absolutely
episode.
fuck up their dynamic. Like,
Yes,
yeah.
and oh my God, Rose's face was like a wet weekend in Paris.
I do agree. It's funny Rose's reaction because do you remember back in series 1, after World War III, she actually said to Mickey, "Oh, why don't you come with us?" She actually wanted him to come at that point because remember Mickey ruled himself out. The Doctor actually invited him. He said, "No, I can't hack it."
Is the next episode called Third Wheel?
It should be. Would you like to know what the next one's called?
What is it called?
It's called The Girl in the Fireplace. The Girl in the Fireplace. And guess who it's written by?
Somebody Gatiss.
No,
I'm gonna get it wrong if I guess again.
it's the person who wrote your favourite episode of the last series.
Chob.
Chob? There's no Chob at the moment. Who wrote The Empty Child?
Oh, Moffat.
Yeah.
But Moffat wrote a crap play.
Okay, well, let's not go there
Like,
again.
I think Empty Child might be a one-off.
A fluke.
A fluke. If I get another Nancy, then I'll be happy.
I think he's hit and miss, let's say that.
Yeah. But also, I will say this, Stephen.
Mm.
I'm going to preface it with this. Stephen Moffat's play, The Unfriend, is not my cup of tea. I'm just going to preface it that there. So we'll see.
We will see. I think he has highs and lows.
Yeah.
Once he becomes showrunner, probably more lows than highs, in my opinion. But no, he definitely has his strengths.
Is it time to rank the ep?
It is time to rank the ep. Where is it going to go for you?
It's going to go After asking Stephen what Aliens of London was about again.
Yes, you need a reminder.
And I was like, and then what the long game was, I think it's going to sit in between those.
Okay, so you think the long game was better than
Yes.
School Reunion, but yeah.
And then, yeah, definitely.
So Aliens of London's still bottom of the bottom
yeah,
for you,
I
but
could
School
not
Reunion,
I could not watch that episode.
but School Reunion just above that.
Yeah.
Okay. I swear earlier in our recording you were like, "Oh, I'd watch Aliens of London again before I watch this again."
Yeah, but
You forgot what Aliens of London was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I asked Stephen for recaps quite a lot. See, I would watch Empty Child again.
That's your top.
Yeah. I'd watch Gwyneth's episode again.
Oh, I love that one. I'm Quite Dead. Yeah.
I'm picturing another like fire ghost in the new episode.
Or the girl in the fireplace.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or there's a girl who's buried underneath the fireplace. Or they keep getting dragged underneath the fireplace.
Okay.
Or there's an alien underneath the fireplace.
Okay.
Or there's an alien portal to the... Oh my god, something to do with Torchwood. And you have to... How you get into Torchwood is you open up this fireplace and then there's... Oh, hello. And you go down. Where are you going to put yours?
Let me think. Like I said earlier, it's really hard for me because I enjoy it from a nostalgia point of view, but having watched it with you with somewhat more fresh eyes, it's made me realise that, maybe it's not that great. So it's tricky. I'm going to say... I think it's good though. I mean, it explores some important and interesting things that are relevant to this series. The Doctor and companion relationship. How, it can't last forever, basically. Are you glazing over?
You take a decade.
It's so hard. I've got a rough idea. I think it's going around the Rose end of the world mark, which is 11, 12 for me at the moment, out of 17. I'm going to put it just underneath Rose, so number 13. Not to say I hate the episode at all, but I think watching it with you has...
enlightened you to the shite that it is.
I wouldn't put it that way, but you know what I mean, yeah.
So, here's a little update for our fellow watchers. On my list, Series 2 has not broken the top 10.
Well, apart from Christmas Invasion.
Christmas specials, I'm not counting as
we're not
main,
counting that,
not
okay.
as main set series. They are just standalone episodes for me.
Yeah.
Not broken the top 10.
Your proper Series 2 ones are 13, 14 and 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Tooth and Claw made my top 5 so far.
Yeah.
That's at number 4. But yeah, I think there's some to come in this series that you will really like.
Yeah.
So.
It is crazy how different our list.
Yeah, there are some bits where it really lines up and other bits where it really doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho, that is episode...
Yeah, that's episode 17 of us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Stephen, where can they find us?
Ben, they can find... Oh, that was shit.
That was really off!
You can find us in all the usual places. Instagram, Twitter, you know the drill. About Time Cast. TikTok is About Time Podcast. Email us at abouttimecast@gmail.com. Drop us a rating or review. Drop us anything you like. We love you. Hope you enjoy listening still. And we'll be back in your ears soon with The Girl in the Fireplace. And until that time, stay fantastic!